All right, well, as you can see, I am in my umbrella hat, and I guess that's as much as I can show you right here. So I am here at Stone Mountain Park. I'm going to show you the mountain. But not at the very top of the mountain. I am at the bottom because it's too wet to climb to the top. So today's contracting tip from the top of Stone Mountain is coming down to you from under the mountain as I am under my umbrella hat. Well, it's very appropriate that I want to talk to you about being under the umbrella hat. What does that mean? My contracting tip for you today is I want to talk about being a subcontractor, because as a small business, sometimes you have to start by being under somebody else. Just like I'm under my umbrella hat right here. It's raining here in Atlanta, Georgia, but I still want to go out there and get my exercise in. So I want to talk about being a subcontractor and other types of opportunities that you can go after starting off in the government market here. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to show you the path I'm taking. So this is the path I'm going to be walking through here. And I'm going to be telling you about subcontracting, micro purchases, SAP, and credit card purchases. So what does that have to do with you? So in the government market, when you're new in the government space, sometimes you have to find a way to get started. And to get started, that means you have to find a starting point that maybe other companies may not be doing. And so the best way, everybody wants to be a prime contractor. Oh yeah, let me show you the scene here first before I talk about being a subcontractor. You see that? Oh man, I love the sound of running water. Woo! So that is grist mill right here. You can see the mill. You can see the old mill right here, and you can come out here and see the lake from right here. And we'll get back to government contracting in a second, but I just want to show you the view, how beautiful it is here. I love being here at Stone Mountain Park. The sound of rushing water, especially in the rain. All right, so coming back to government contracting. So when you're new in the government market, everybody wants to be a prime, but you should not want to be a prime immediately. While you are working your way to being a prime, you want to be a subcontractor. So what does that mean? By being a subcontractor, what I'm telling you or sharing with you is that you want to find successful large companies and you prime with them. You become a subcontractor to them. But to be a subcontractor with them, you have to give them some reasons to why they should work with you. So why would a large company want to work with you? Well, large company, the first point is when a company, large company, when they win a contract over 750,000, they are required by regulations to work with small businesses. Large companies over 750,000 are required to work with small businesses by regulation. And the subcontracting plan that they must put in place is 35%. 35% of most contracts. Now, if it's construction, it might be 50%, it might be 75%, it might be higher. But for most contracts, large companies are required to sub about 35% to small businesses. So that's inherently built in for you to be a subcontractor in the government market. So that's where you want to get started. Now, how do you do that there? First, you want to go to usaspending.gov and you want to search for the large companies that are winning contracts. So you go to usaspending.gov, click on search, go down on the left side, check 2023, and then go down to the NAICS code, check your primary NAICS code, and then search. And then it's going to give you the results of all the large companies that are winning contracts, and even small business too. And then once you have that, then you start engaging those companies and building a relationship with them. Now, how do you engage them so that they will want to work with you? First of all, first thing is they must work with small businesses. But if you engage them, you say, hey, I'm here, I'm a small business, I know you got to work with me. That's the wrong approach, right? That's like some of you guys, you go to a bar, you say, hey, I'm good looking. Don't you want to go on a date with me? Doesn't work that way. So you have to give them a reason to work with you. So here's my best tip for you in terms of how to track a large company to work with you. First, you got to be procurement ready. Your website has to look a certain way. You have to have proper registration in SAM. You have to have capability statements. You got to have a capability video. You got to have all your infrastructure in place. So when you're engaging a large company, you are ready to work with them and they know you are procurement ready. If you're not procurement ready, they're not going to want to work with you. But how do you get them to work with you? So here's my secret technique. What I do is this here. I find an opportunity that I'm tracking. I build a relationship with the contracting officer. I track a forecast. And as it's getting closer for the forecast to come out, I'm already connected to the contracting officer. Then I use that opportunity there and I send the opportunity to the large company. And I say, hey, I've been tracking this project here. It is a little bit larger than what I'm capable of doing. Would you be interested in partnering with me, in teaming with me on this project here? And I will write the proposal. I will put everything together and I will hand it to you so that you can be the prime on this here. Did you guys catch that? Most small businesses, you go to a large company, you say, hey, give me some subcontracting work. That's the wrong approach. What you want to do is you want to go to a large company. You say, hey, I'm bringing value to the table. I'm not going to come and crash your party and eat all your food. I'm going to bring food to the party. I'm going to bring beer to the party. And if you do that, everybody wants you to go to the party. They welcome you at any party if you're bringing value to the party itself. So that's the best tip I can share with you in terms of how to get a large company to work with you, by taking something to the party. In this situation, you're taking a forecast opportunity that's coming up for bid, and then you share with them. You say, hey, the project is going to hit the street in a week or two, and I've talked to the contracting officer. It's coming out. I will do the heavy lifting, and all you need to do is share with me the past performance that we need for this project. You will be the prime. The large will be the prime. You will do 80% or 70% or 60% of the work. I just want to do a small portion of it. So that's how you attract large company to work with you. And there's different examples of companies that have done that. I have friends that have used that technique. There, Tiffany Bailey, she used that technique to do that. Tasha, she used that technique. Many of the companies I work with who are successful today, they use that technique there to help them win the first or second or third government contract. Not by being a prime, but being a sub. So here we got it, coming to you from the top of Stone Mountain, or really from the side of Stone Mountain, under my umbrella. So today's tip is being under the radar, being a under company, or in other terms, being a subcontractor, meaning under a large prime, just like I'm under my umbrella today. Well, there you have it. I appreciate all of you joining me on this show here. If you love these episodes here, click on the like, subscribe, and I will see you at another episode of Contracting Tips from the top of Stone Mountain and here with the Government Contractor Association. I appreciate you joining me. Please join us at an upcoming event. We have weekly events every single week where we teach you and train you how to win government contracts in the government space here. Take care, everybody.